What is up, guys? It is Styx here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get 6 guaranteed pieces of raid loot every week without ever running Last Wish. Now, something a lot of people tend to forget about Last Wish and its secret chests are that you can get 2 of them solo per character, and when you get them, the loot that they give is totally random based on all of the raid loot. It has nothing to do with what you have or have not collected. That also includes the raid mods. So you can use that in order to get yourself raid loot, even if you are completely incapable or not wanting to raid. This will include all of the red border weapons, all of the armor, which has high stat rolls because it's still raid loot, and like I'd said, every single one of the mods. You're going to follow this route that you see me running through if you want to get to the wish wall, which is the primary mechanism you're going to be using in order to get to these locations with these ascendant chests. You don't need any particular subclass or anything, it's just a little bit of parkour. So just follow along and use the path that I am taking. All right, now once you get to this wish wall, I'm going to put a little cut here so you can see what I want you to do with it, but essentially when you shoot any of these, you are going to cause the image on it to change, and you want a certain order of images in order to get the result that you want. And once the wish wall looks like this, you can feel free to screenshot or whatever you need in order to remember it, but the main thing to remember is this end result. Then you are going to step onto this platform. When you see it glows white like that, that's how you know it is the correct wish, and then you are intended to die here. I assume this is to prevent you from getting flawless with killing less bosses than you would need to. You are then going to load at Churro Cheese boss point, this sort of, this checkpoint here. From this point, if you die, you are going to respawn here. So in order to do the raid normally, you need to reset your checkpoint outside. But if that's not something you're interested in, then you can use Churro Cheese boss fight in order to kill a bunch of Take and Thrall and get a load of weapon level XP if you're stingy with materials, which you shouldn't be, like a lot of them are going away soon. Or you can follow this path I'm going to tell you. Oh, and Churro Cheese also good for catalysts. But yes, the topic of this video with the secret chests is going to be following this path up here. I'm going to take a little bit of a longer way because I could grapple through all of this and pretty much ignore all of the terrain, but that wouldn't be very good at showing you guys what to do. You're going to jump. If you have triple jump or a glide of some sort, it should be very easy to do. If you have trouble, Stompies exist, as do Lion Rampant, and Warlocks have Icarus Dash, so you should be good. Or Heat Rises, both of those combined ideally. You're going to keep following this path that I'm going on, and once you get to around here, we're going to jump down and we're going to aim for that platform that's sticking out a little bit down there. So you're gonna jump down, and you're gonna wanna land right here. And as you can see, here's the secret chest. I have already gotten my loot for this week, but from this one, I got a Red Border Nation of Beast this week. So to give you an idea of what is necessary. I'm going to now go to Orbit. Once you've left the raid and you reset your checkpoint progress, you can re-enter. Once you're back in, you're just gonna go right back to the wish wall, and then once your wish wall looks like this, you're going to once again step on the platform. It glows white again, that means it's correct. You will die so that you don't get some kind of weird flawless. You're going to be at the Mor Encounter. Now, this is where things get kind of wacky. This is very easily possible on all 3 classes if you have certain abilities. Now, on Hunter, this is only possible if you have either Stasis or Strand. It is far easier to do on Strand. I cannot explain it to you properly, but there are a lot of guides on it. but if you have Stasis Hunter, you can Shatter Skate. It's not as difficult as it sounds, but it is a bit more annoying than the strategy I'm going to show you, which is using Strand. I will also individually get on both my Titan and my Warlock and get all the way here so that I can show you how I do it on both of those classes as well. But both of them only require, at max, an easy-to-get, free-to-play exotic and one of the free-to-play subclasses. So they're not difficult at all in terms of actual investment time. But the Hunter, basically on Strand, which is the easier one of these, you are going to want to jump to your maximum height, use both grapples, then super, use your right trigger / right click, your heavy attack repeatedly, and you basically helicopter in the air. You don't really go up or down, and you don't really move forward that much, but by the time you're done doing all of that, you're gonna get your grenades back. So, to give you an idea, I'm gonna aim for kind of this area. I'm going to jump 1, 2, 3, grapple to the furthest point, jump once, grapple to the furthest point, jump once, and then immediately super. I'm gonna spam right click. If you see, I'm very, very slowly falling because while I'm using the super, I'm kind of locked in the air. And then I'm not gonna do that second jump. I'll wait till the end, that way I don't end up in some weird situation where I murder myself. So I'm now all the way here. And I am going to now guide you to where the chest should be. To make things a little bit easier on myself, I'm going to pull something out of Dim Reel, which is the other half, which is my Eager Edge sword. You're going to want to get up to this rock. If you just used grapple to get there, you can just wait for the grapple cooldown, or you can do what I just did with an Eager Edge sword. They're all free to get. And then you are going to want to jump on top of one of these branches. Ideally, you don't fumble it like that. All right, you're going to jump onto this one, and then jump like this, and then you can jump and jump. You can hit that without the Eager Edge sword. I just panicked, so I used it. And then here is the second and last chest. I'm now going to swap over to my Warlock and Titan and get to the same spot so I can show you how to do it on both of those. So give me just a moment. All right, once you are at this location, Mor Encounter on your Warlock, and you're wondering how do I get across this bridge here, I'll give you a bit of an easy way. So, Warlock, it's very simple. I'm going to eat my grenade using Heat Rises and Icarus Dash. I am then going to jump up, dash, jump a little bit more, dash again, and then I'm going to super and spam my in-super Icarus Dash across this whole thing. So let's start. Eat the grenade. Dash once, dash twice, super. You're going to jump a little bit after each time you're using it so that you don't hit this weird cooldown. As you can see, there's like this weird invisible wall that you hit. And then you can glide over as a Warlock. And you still have your Icarus Dashes, so that makes it fairly easy to get. To show you what I mean, you can Heat Rises. And you Icarus Dash when you get close to the edge, that way it pulls you up. And then you just do this. And now you are at the chest on your Warlock. And then now I'm going to go and do this on my Hunter. Once again, I've already gotten all the chests for the week. I just figured this would be really good to show people. So now I'm gonna go over to my Hunter, or Titan, sorry. All right, so this is by far going to be the easiest to do. Is for Titan, you just take off your majestic setup, and you literally just put on the goofiest exotics you've ever seen lying rampant, which they actually are pretty nice with the right aesthetic. They're just very bulky. And what they do is they make it so you have a lot more lift and a lot more like jet power. So as you can see, I'm holding this for a lot longer than you would normally. So that's the main play here, and then you're gonna pair that with any sword. Doesn't matter. Doesn't need Eager Edge or anything. In fact, it might be better if you don't have Eager Edge, because then you'll have more control over the weapon. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump, swing, and you're just gonna keep spamming jump and swinging. And this is called sword flying. Every class used to be able to do this to a good extent. Titans have always been the best at it, but now I believe Titans are pretty much the only one who can. You're gonna lift all the way once you hit that weird invisible wall. If you're feeling extra panicked about it, use Thunder Crash. That way, if you worry about falling over the edge, you can just Thunder Crash and save yourself. We're gonna do this same way as we did with the others, but difference is we can... Never mind, I'm kind of dumb. Alright, so you're gonna want to get over here. Jump here. Around this edge. We can just sword fly straight there. And there's the secret chest on your Titan. So, from this, for example, just this week, I got a Red Border Apex Predator, the solar rocket launcher that everyone wants, and a Red Border Nation of the Beasts. I will inform you, I've run this raid before. I have never gotten Nation of the Beasts to drop from a boss encounter. So, you can get loot that you have not gotten naturally at all. But either way, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And peace, gamers. Enjoy the free raid loot.